Let's look at Esther 6:10 through 11. Who'd like to read that?
Go at once, the king commanded Haman. Get the robe and the horse and do just as you have suggested for Mordecai the Jew, who sits at the king's gate. Do not neglect anything you have recommended. So Haman got the robe and the horse. He robed Mordecai and he led him on horseback through the city streets, proclaiming before him, "This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor."
Oh, wouldn't you have loved to have seen the expression on Haman's face?
I think he did it through gritted teeth.
Yeah, no, I bet.
You know how you talk like that when you're speaking?
Yeah. I can
Have
just,
you ever seen it? I don't know, I haven't.
I can see the blood drain from his face.
Oh.
His mouth probably became like cotton. This was probably really hard for him to say those words. You know, and the king took his advice precisely, didn't he? He did it all. The only problem was he gave the honor to his enemy and not to him. What a blow. It was the ultimate humiliation. Let's look at Luke 14, 7 through 11. And he began speaking a parable to the invited guests when he noticed how they had been picking out the places of honor at the table, saying to them, "When you are invited by someone to a wedding feast, do not take the place of honor, for someone more distinguished than you may have been invited by him. And he who invited you both will come and say to you," this is humiliation here, ladies, "give your place to this man. And then in disgrace you proceed to occupy the last place." Okay, I've been there. And it wasn't that long ago. I don't know. Mary, I think you were with me, maybe Debbie. We were there. Do you remember? You don't remember. It was at Ed Dutton's funeral. Do you remember what happened? Well, we thought, oh, we'll sit in the third row back. We thought we were far enough back because the rows were really wide. You guys remember there were, I think, 3 sections or something. And that family, we've got 2 of them in this room, kept coming and coming and coming, and we wanted to be up close. But we knew we couldn't be too close, so we thought 3 rows back. Well, they just kept coming, and my heart is pounding, and I thought of this passage, and I thought, it's going to be so humiliating to have to stand up in front of all those people back there and go find a seat at the back of the church.
You would have been welcome to sit with the family.
Well, but we were taking up seats that the family would need. See, I thought of this passage. I don't know if you guys worried about it at all. Maybe you were fine, but I'm thinking, they're still coming. And I look back and there's still this big long line, and I'm counting seats, and I'm going, this is not good. It's not like we did here.
What did you do?
Well, God was gracious, because just when it came to where we were sitting, that was the last family member. Oh. We got to stay. Yeah.
We got to stay.
We didn't have to be humiliated.
You did go back far enough.
We did. We did. That was God. That was totally God. Because I would have hated that. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what Jesus was talking about here. Because of time, we won't read the rest of it, but that whole section is really good. But it was a lovely funeral, Linda and Leja. It was so special. I just was so touched by that. He was a wonderful man. They had his Bible laid out, and it had all the verses he'd underlined, and it was full.
My dad was in the care facility for about 3 or 4 weeks, and he had his Bible opened to John 3:16. Of course, if you know my dad, everything's marked up.
Yeah.
And anybody that walked into his room and came next to his bed was exposed to the scriptures. And
Right. He loved God's word.
I'll tell you, on his deathbed, just hours before he went home, he looked at a couple of the CNAs and he says, "Do you know Jesus?" And he would not let them leave that room until they were in an affirmative, "Yes, we know Jesus."
Wow.
So,
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I don't know how many of you were there, but another really special thing that was so Ed was that he had a treasure box. And inside that treasure box, the lid was opened. It was just like a little chest full of tracts, gospel tracts. And it said, "Please take." And people were just picking tracts out of there, taking them home. Who knows what God did with that. And you know what? Our loss is heaven's gain. That's the way Ed Dutton lived his life, and that's the way Ed Dutton died.